What up, Wave Gang? John Stess-Show here, and welcome back to the Stess-Show. Today we have an awesome episode in store for you where you're going to learn to make cards appear and disappear without a trace. Let's do it. I couldn't be more excited to teach you this technique. This is something I use in my professional working repertoire. It is a beginner move, but it is not for beginners because it is so deceptive, and I'm super excited to share this with all of you. So the move we're learning today is called the back palm because the card is hitting on the back of your palm. And the way this works simply is you're making the rock out symbol. You're then curling your fingers, holding tight, and then opening up as one. When you hold the card like that, you create the rock out symbol, your fingers curl around, and then you open it. This secretly brings the card behind your palm. When you're waving, it makes it really hard to tell that the corners are still sticking out. And that's the basic secret. If you're into instant satisfaction, feel free to stop watching the video now. Hit the like and subscribe button. I hope you're enjoying these videos. I'm gonna get into the nitty-gritty detail of how this move works and why it's so deceptive right now. But if you're happy just knowing the secret, that's it. And thank you for stopping by. But now, let's get into all the nuances that make the back palm such a great move. When you're starting this move, you're gonna wanna practice without a card. You're gonna practice doing the rock out symbol. Then you're gonna close your fingers tightly. And then you're gonna practice opening your hand with your fingers all staying connected as you do. It's gonna be a little uncomfortable, but doing that is gonna help you learn the back palm. Next, you're gonna insert a card. Now this is my right hand, but you're gonna hold the card with your thumb and your middle and ring finger behind it with your pointer finger and your pinky extended out like this. Then what you're gonna do is slowly curl your middle and ring in. Now you're in that rock out position. Like, you know, rock and roll, punk rock. Now you're gonna be in that rock and roll position. What's gonna happen next is your pointer and pinky are gonna close around the card, and you're gonna bend the card. As you can see, it's gonna bend, and then you're gonna remove your thumb so it's only held by your pinky and your pointer being clipped by your middle and ring. You can see it's like kind of sandwiched and squished right here. Next, all you're gonna do is open your hand and keep those fingers all together. It hurts slowly, but then it's gonna hide behind your hand. This is the basic mechanics for making the card vanish. To make the card reappear, you just reverse the action. You slowly make a fist, your thumb grabs the card, you go back into rock out, and then you bring your other two fingers up. And that's how you make it reappear. The finer points on this move is practicing the wave. So waving that card, the wave actually will cover the action of it going behind your hand. So as you wave, the bigger action covers the small action of the card going behind your hand. And you keep waving because if the corners are sticking out, so if they're really stuck out like this, the waving will cover that and then you can bring it back. Another fine point is once the card is back in back palm, your corners are gonna be sticking out a lot like this. Now to practice getting it perfect with your other hand, position the corners. So you can see right now, you can see my corners. Position it with your other hand until you can barely see those corners. Now practice holding the card like this because that's the end goal, to be able to get it like this. Once you learn how to get comfortable holding it like this, then you're gonna start doing your back palm, but gripping the card slower and in a less gripped position only by the edges of the card. So that's gonna help you get that seamless vanish that you see me doing here. But it takes time and it's all about feel. So when you start getting good at making it go behind the hand, practice moving that card to where it's invisible, and then remember how that feels and mimic getting the card there with your back palm placement. Also, when making the card reappear, you should keep moving the hand because it's gonna hide the action of the card coming back into frame. So you're gonna get this really cool look where the card vanishes, and then the really cool look where the card comes back into frame. All right, everybody, in the easiest fashion, the simple way to remember the back palm is start with your palm out, thumb holding the card, do the rock out symbol while you're holding the card. So now you're doing the rock out symbol. Curl your fingers, so curl the rest of the fingers. pinch that card and let go of your thumb. And now slowly open your hand, holding tight the whole way to hide the card behind your hand. Now the other key, you guys are in the wave gang, so you know the next part, it's don't stop waving. So do not stop waving your hand to make it look like that card is vanished, also to hide any corners that might be sticking out. And then to make it come back, just reverse the action. Close the fingers, thumb grabs, open the fingers, rock out open, and then you can hold it. So in one motion, it looks like the card vanishes and then comes back, and then vanishes and comes back. But it's pretty cool once you know the secret. All right, everybody, that wraps up this episode of the Stess Show. You learned how to make a playing card vanish and reappear instantly with sleight of hand. If you like this episode, please leave a comment below and hit that like button, hit the bell notification, subscribe, all that YouTube culture stuff. And all I want to say is thank you so much for the support, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, Wave Gang.